So, as a kid, I just absolutely hated art class. It was like the worst thing ever. And don't get me wrong, I love to make art and I love to draw, but I just did not like going to art class in school or outside of school or anything because, I was in like preschool and kindergarten and they were telling me that, like, oh, that sucks. That's terrible. Why are you doing that? And I was like a little like 5-year-old, and it's like, why would you tell a 5-year-old that? Because I mean, I just wanted to draw cats. That was the big problem, was I only wanted to draw cats. I didn't want to draw anything else. But I remember there was this one time my parents had signed me up for art classes, and I was taking art classes, and we're drawing, we're doing different things, and of course I'm drawing a cat. And I think it's pretty good. And then the art teacher comes over and she looks at it and she's like, "Yeah, that's pretty good. That's definitely a cat." And then she takes like my pastel over there I was using, and I guess she was giving me like guidelines or something, but she kind of drew all over it in black. The cat I was drawing was orange, and she just went over it and drew all over it. Um, and I'm looking at it, and to me, little like 5 or 6 year old me looks at it, and it looks like she just like scribbled all over it. Because I don't know any better. I'm a little kid, so that was not great. I was pretty upset because I thought I did a really good job, and I did that thing that like where you hold all your like sadness and then you get home and you just run up to your room and cry all over your bed. Um, but yeah, and then there was another time in fifth grade. They had like an art club at my middle school, so I'm at art club, and I had art class right before that, and some like stupid head broke a color pencil in half, and my teacher was like, "Yo, don't do that," and he got in trouble. But the broken color pencil was still there, so I had a friend who really liked horses, and I was like, "Oh, I have a really good idea. I'm gonna make her like a little like horse sculpture because we've been working on sculpture in the class, like the art class. So I could make a little horse out of cardboard, and then I put the colored pencils on it, and then I put another little horse out of cardboard on the other side so it stood up. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. She's gonna love this. And I called the guy who was the art teacher and was like the monitor of art club. And I'm like, hey, come take a look at this. Come get a load of this. And then he comes over and he's like, what are you doing? That's art supplies. That's expensive. And I'm like trying to explain myself and be like, some idiot head broke it in half. I didn't do this. You saw him do it and you yelled at him during class. And he just proceeded to scream at me in front of everybody. And then I had called my mom to come pick me up because I did not want to be there anymore. And then I did that thing again where you hold it all in and you go home and cry. And then you know what? Like throughout middle school, I took art classes. I had some art classes with that guy and some not with him, and it was all right. I mean, I didn't really do any more color pencil sculptures, but anyway, I get to high school, which is good and all. It's a fresh start. I got all new classes, all new teachers. It's great. Lo and behold, this guy moves from the middle school to the high school. So he is now the high school art teacher and is there. And it's really great because now I have his class. And I was like putting off taking art classes at the high school because of this guy. So I'm in his class and we're doing self portraits and I'm drawing. And there's a mirror and I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm drawing. And I actually thought it was pretty good. I spent about 45 minutes on it. I mean, we didn't have that much time in class. And so he's coming around, and then he comes to me, and he looks at me, and he looks at the drawing of me, and he looks in the mirror, and then he looks back at me, and he's like, "That looks nothing like you." And I actually didn't get upset and cry this time. I was mad because I think I know what I look like. And for the rest of the art classes I took with him, I either did photography or I didn't draw anything. I just made collages or sculptures because I didn't want to deal with that anymore. I was sick of this guy. But ever since I've come to college and I've taken art classes and done art, I have received nothing but, not praise, but I guess adoration. I mean, everybody pretty much likes what I do in my classes, so it's kind of nice because I can kind of just do what I want and people tend to like it and not yell at me or make me cry. So yeah, that's it.